popular for women to be like, oh, I'll definitely ruin your life. Why? What is intriguing about that? Why not the exact opposite of that? Why not I will be pleasant and enjoyable to be around? Why not improve my life instead?
I told an abortion joke recently, and a woman approached me. She was like, hey, that's very insensitive. I've had an abortion. You shouldn't tell jokes like that. I was like, whoa, hey, sorry, I just told a joke. I think what you did was much worse. But, you know, either way, I'll see you at home later, honey. And again, all jokes. I love abortions. I paid for 2 last week. I'm a fan, right? You remember? Come on. It's all jokes. A friend of mine, she works at Planned Parenthood. She loves that joke. And I was like, I might have to get rid of it. People don't like it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. I was like, don't tell me to do with my body of work. She's like, every joke's a miracle. But I don't want to upset anybody, you know? Oh, jeez.
Normalize taking men on escape room dates so he can showcase his leadership and critical thinking skills up front. Good idea. Now normalize taking women on cooking class dates so they can showcase their wife skills up front. That is so tough.
I've heard that from a friend of mine. He said, don't love your job, job your love. So don't
I love that.
Yeah, and when he said that to me, that hit me. And I was like, my business is me jobbing my love.
9 out of 10 women will never understand why men can stare into a campfire alone, in quiet, and call it the best night of their life. Her mind demands constant distraction. Babe, let's go to Mykonos. Let's go on a boat. Let's watch Netflix. Vacations, parties, gossip. Anything but silence, because silence exposes her emptiness. Solitude sharpens men. We call it strength. She calls it boring. After men turn 25 years old, every quiet night by a fire becomes a silent war against demons she'll never see. Women recharge in distractions. Men recharge in solitude.
Women are more emotional. Men are more emotionally intelligent. Women will say men need more emotional intelligence, but you experiencing emotion does not mean you have emotional intelligence. The definition of emotional intelligence is knowing how to understand, control, and use your emotions. So you tell me, is you feeling emotions and letting them out on other people emotional intelligence? Or is feeling the emotions, not allowing them to dictate your actions and still doing what you need to do on a daily basis, emotionally intelligent? Because you tell me, who exercises that second trait, men or women?
Nothing. They hate basic logic and common sense most of all, except a man they can't control.
I'd love to show my
Bold
hair
move
off.
with a face like yours. Now, scientists, I won't dwell on it. Scientists.
That was savage.
Okay, so yesterday I wasn't yesterday, it was like 2 days ago.
I hope she leaves you. You suck. What a terribly insane joke. Coming from a guy that looks like a wet thumb that fell on the floor of a barber shop. I think I speak for everybody when I say you do not deserve her. You actually don't deserve love.
I had a guy over and he came out of the bathroom and he left the seat up and I was like, hey, you're in a lady's household, put the seat back down when you leave the bathroom. And he was like, oh, okay, sorry, no problem. And a week later I was at his house and I came out of the bathroom and he was like, excuse me, you're in a man's household, put the seat back up when you leave the bathroom. And I was like, okay, technically that's a fair point, technically. But it's not a fair point that's gonna get you laid, so pick your battles.
Oh, okay. It's like, do what I like so that you get.
It's shocking how many sabotage each other, even their own friends. That's why single women keep women single exists. Like when a single friend convinces a married woman to divorce over something trivial, like a Miami girls trip.
Addressing female disrespect. This is an extremely important topic, both for men and women. The first thing that's important to understand is that disrespect is typically a process. It happens gradually over time. The best predictor of overt disrespect is covert disrespect, which are small behaviors that have plausible deniability. So if you don't want to have a larger problem on your hands further down the road, it's important to address disrespect while it is still in its smaller forms. The clearest examples of the process of disrespect are seen in high schools and prisons. A bully doesn't usually go straight to shaking down his target. That's actually pretty risky. If he doesn't know who he's dealing with, he could always pick the wrong guy to mess with, and that's going to make his life more difficult and complicated than he intended. So what these folks tend to do is they kind of test their victim. A classic example is bumping into their target as they're crossing paths in a hallway and seeing how he responds. This is a subtle test because there's some plausible deniability here, like, oh, well, maybe this person just wasn't looking where he was going. It happens. Sometimes people jostle into each other. However, if the bully bumps into the target and the target says, "Excuse me," that person is now pegged as a target for escalation. On the other hand, if the target were to respond appropriately and cast a warning glance at the bully or issue a verbal warning, that bully could always play it off. "Whoa, hey man, chill out. What got you so worked up?" But he would probably think twice about escalating the situation. Now, the issue is that most bullies kind of know that they're bullies. And while women absolutely can be bullies, that is, they are intentionally using tactics to inflict emotional or psychological pain in order to get what they want, I also believe that a lot of women actually aren't aware of how they may be communicating.
Entitlement and double standards are normalized, making accountability rare.
Don't you get mad at me, 'cause your broad the chose up.
Well, Eve also didn't have 10 guy friends, a 2 million snap score, and be out at the clubs every weekend. Now, did she?
Whatever. If you want to get an attitude with me, I can show you your Tinder profile that I found.
How did this turn into me? I saw that you checked the single box when you were at the doctor today. What's up with that?
Well, the options were married, single, divorced, and we're not married or divorced, so why would I check anything aside?
So you're just single. The past 2 years have mean nothing to you.
It's the doctor. We're not married. I mean, we're not married.
But you put me down as your emergency contact.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that doesn't matter.
I saw that you checked friend. Why did you check friend?
For what? The emergency contact?
Yes.
The option was parent, spouse, child, grandparent, or friend. I mean, we're not married, so you're not spouse, and you're not my mom.
So I just mean nothing to you. I'm just...
It literally has nothing to do with, like, our relationship. I was at the doctor, and that was the only box that it fit in. Whatever. If you want to get an attitude with me, I can show you your Tinder profile that I found.
How did this turn into me having a Tinder profile? I was asking you why you checked single at the doctor.
Because you're trying to start an argument for no reason. I've been sitting on that for about a month and a half. I'm trying to figure out when I should bring it up. You have nothing to say for yourself?
No. Besides, I'm not talking about this. I tried to ask you something, and then you turned around on me. So, no.
If you enjoyed this video, you'll love the next one. See you there.